Good morning, year 3. Welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. So to start us off, I want you to have a go at these 4 questions. So the ones with a triangle in the corner, try and do them in your head first. And then the one with the square in the corner, you can see if you can do it with the written method. You can do it in your head as well. That's great. So pause and come back for the answers once you've done them. Right, let's have a look. See if you were correct or not. There you go, there are 4 answers, and extra well done if you did manage to do those in your head as well. Okay, so today we are actually starting a brand new unit in maths. We are going to be looking at statistics. So that is today's tally charts. It's pictograms and bar graphs and all that kind of thing, collecting information and data and presenting it in different ways. Okay, so some of the activities later on in the week and into next week, you might need to be drawing some of your own bar graphs and pictograms as well. So if you've got a ruler somewhere at home, it would be really handy. You don't need it as such today, but the rest of the lessons you probably would need a ruler if you can find one. If not, the edge of a book works quite well. Okay, right, so today we are going to be making tally charts. So you need to be able to record information carefully and to present it accurately, okay? Because if that data gets muddled, it means all the answers afterwards aren't going to be right. So let's make a start. Okay, some quick questions just to get us in the right mindset. So, how many fingers? Which set does not show 25? And how much money? So pause it, come back. You might be able to do them quite quickly. You might need a little bit longer. Okay, let's have a look. So counting in fives, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so 30 fingers there. Which set does not show 25? So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 in the first set. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 in the second set. And the last set we've got 5, 10, 20, and then 3 in that last pot, so that's showing 23. So C is the one not showing 25. Okay, the last one, how much money? You should easily be able to do that one. You were superstars at money last week. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then our 2 pennies at the end, so 27. You may notice there's a bit of a theme going on with these, lots of 5s, okay, and that will help you with doing your tallies today as well. So you might want to do a quick pause and quick practice of your 5s up as high as you can go, or can you go backwards as well? But 5 times table is going to be coming in handy when you're doing your tallies. Okay, so Teddy's going to draw a tally chart to show the number of bananas as his mum is unpacking the strawberries. So I want you to just have a look, see how he does it and if he's doing it right or not. Okay, so he's got his post-it note or a bit of paper. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and there are 5 bananas, so that's a good start. But have a look at it. Has he created a tally, an accurate tally? Okay, so when we are doing tallies, the 5th line goes across like a gate, okay? Well, that was very wobbly, sorry. So you wouldn't have this one here. You'd have one going straight across, and that does still count. So that whole group, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, does make a group of 5. Okay, so the one going across the gate does count in the tally as well. Okay, he's going to have another go with the grapes this time. Okay, so he's drawing his lines, still getting a bit muddled. So I'd like you to have a go. How should his tally look? If you've got a piece of paper, you can just jot it down. So count how many lines he's got. What should it look like? Okay, so he has got, if I grab my pen again, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lines there. Okay, so he's giving, so we've got 5, 10, 13. Good. So if yours looks like this bottom one here, well done, you are correct. So we've got 5, 10, and 13. Okay, and his corrected one for his bananas as well. Okay, so well done if you're remembering to do the 5th line crossing over. Okay, I would like you to draw a tally to show the number of each type of fruit. Okay, so pause, create a tally for the pears, strawberries and the apples. Okay. All right, let's have a look, see if your tally matches my one. So up on here we have 5 and 10 pears. Then we've got strawberries, so 5, 6 for the strawberries, and then apples 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So well done if you got all 3 of those correct. Some of you may remember doing bits like this before. This is a bit of a recap because this is probably one of the subjects that you missed in the first lockdown. So we're just recapping to make sure everyone knows, and then we'll move on to some trickier bits. All right, so it looks like we've gone to the farmyard now. I would like you to have a go at creating a tally chart for all of the animals that you can see on the screen. Okay, so how many of each one? So you can either go straight to having a go, or if you just wait a second, I'll show you an example. But if you want to pause it and give it a go without seeing the table, that is absolutely fine. Okay, if you are staying with me, this is how I have done my table. So I've got the animals in my first column. Okay, my tally will go in my second column and my total in the third. And you can see that I've labelled each of the columns really clearly. If you're not sure what to do in the total just yet, don't worry, draw it down anyway, and we'll go through that in a minute. So pause the video and have a go at working out how much or what tally should go in for each column for each of these animal types. Okay, so pause and come back once you've finished your tally chart. Okay, I find it easier to cross them out as I go so I don't get muddled or don't count them twice. Okay, so I'm going to start with the horse. So I've got one horse, he's been crossed out, and I draw by one line on my tally chart. Okay, so next down on my list is dogs. Okay, so I've got one there and one there, so I can draw my 2 lines on. Okay, next down on my list is chickens. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's have a look at how to do the tally for that first of all. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and remember 5 goes across. Okay, let's jump down to frogs. Okay, so I've got one there, draw my line, one more, draw a line, another one hidden amongst the sheep, draw the line. Okay, so I've got 4 frogs there. Oh, we've got quite a lot of sheep, so we need to make sure we're checking them. We've also got 2 chickens left. Okay, so let's finish those off first. So an extra line, another one there. Okay, and now the sheep. How many have we got left? Okay, so cross them all out as we go. And remember, 5th line has to go across. Okay, there we go. So I've filled in all the tallies. I've done all the animals. I can see there's none that I've missed, but I have got an empty column. So total, okay, this is very simple. You're just telling me the number from the tally. Okay, so one horse. Oh, I missed off one on the other. I would write the number 1. There are 2 lines in the dogs column, so I'd write number 2. We've got 5, 6, 7 chickens, so I do that one. Here we have 4, so I'd write 4. Then I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on our sheep. Okay, so your total is just the number to go with it. Okay, we're going to stare out the window for the next little bit. The one on the screen, though, not outside at the moment. I would like you to draw the tally chart the same as on the screen. Okay, so where it says cars and bikes and then tally along the top. If you want to add a totals column on the side, you can. So if you want, yours will be a lot clearer than mine because you will have a ruler hopefully, or at least something to draw with. So you could have your total column down here as well. Excuse my very wobbly lines, it's quite hard to do it on here. Okay, there you go, and I'm always telling you to use a ruler, aren't I? And I haven't done it myself, so sorry about that. Okay, so going past the windows in a minute will be some cars and bikes, and very simply I want you to keep a tally as you go, as you see them. Okay, so first up we've got zooming past, we have a car. So in the car column we draw one line. Okay, so do it as we go along. What's going to be next? We have a bike, so don't forget to draw your line in the tally chart. Okay, so you've got a bike now. Right, what's it going to be next? Car or bike? Oh, a horse. I don't think that's on our tally chart. So you have a choice. You can either add an extra column and put horse on the bottom, or you can just leave it for now because we're just looking at cars and bikes. Right. Okay, let's see what's going to be next. We have another car. So where do you draw your line? Good. And the next one? Oh, lots of cars coming past. And another one. So if I don't draw mine on, make sure you are adding them to your list. That's another 2 cars there. Okay, what's going to be next? Another car. So we're up to 4 already. This will be 5th. So what do we need to do with our 5th line? Straight across. Good. Okay, let's see if there's anyone else. Okay, so we've got 1 more car there. And that's it. So your tally should look like this. And if you did your total, you would have 6 at the end here and 1 in this column. And you may have added a horse column as well. And there was only 1 horse going past. Okay, so we have a tally chart on here and we have 3 sets of fruit. I would like you to see if you can match the picture A, B or C to the tally chart. Okay, so pause, work out which one is correct. Okay, let's have a look. So we have 3 apples, 5 pears and 7 lemons. Okay, so they all have 3 apples, so that doesn't help us. Then we need to start looking at the number of pears. So B has got 4 pears, so that's not going to help us. So then we can look at the lemons. Okay, so we've got the 3 apples in each, and then we've got our 5 pears. Okay, so that middle one is out. Okay, now let's have a look at our lemons. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that one. So is that enough? No. Okay, and we'll check the other ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that one. Okay, so C is your correct answer. Right. Last little bit before you start your work, I want you to make a tally showing how many times each child jumps. If you miss it, remember you can go back and replay it. So we're going to start over here and see how many times she jumps. Okay, 1. Okay, so did you get the right amount? And then look at Tiny's tally. Has he done it right? So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps, which is the right number of jumps, but he's got very confused with his tally, hasn't he? We'll have a look at that in just a second. Let's see how many jumps our second child does. Oh, Tiny's getting very muddled here. I would like you to have a go at correcting Tiny's tallies for me. Okay, so that first one, he did have that extra 1 in there, doesn't it? It's only meant to be 4 going down and 1 across to make a total of 5. So we're going to shift that over to that side. So it's got 2. Okay, and then let's have a look at the second boy's jumping. He's got very muddled there. So the 5th one is going to go across. Okay, so well done if you did it better than Tiny did. Okay, so you're going to get some tasks set. Some of them are quiz questions, and then I am going to put one at the end where you can create and collect your own data using a tally chart. Okay, we're going to use this, and as the week goes on, we're going to start looking at trickier things. Like I said, this is a bit of a recap. Okay, so good luck with your data collection, and I look forward to seeing your tallies. Bye.